Okay, I'm going to ask you to bear with me just a moment because stuff like this always throws me off, gets me excited. So check this out. I keep saying, of course, speak the truth all the time. Subscribe, like, comment, share everywhere. Subscribe, like, comment. Do the thing. Hey, so what's up is this. What we are, what we are. People say, oh, I know what we are. Yeah, 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 yada, yada. What we are is far more important than who we are. I hear almost in 100%, almost 100% of people saying, we don't know who we are. We got to know who we are. We must find out who we are. We've been told who we are, and none of that shit matters. All that is garbage. Every bit of it. Who we are, they told us who we are. Well, who we are don't matter. Imagine you wake up tomorrow with amnesia. You don't know who you are. And guess what? It really don't matter. You still exist. You know why? Because of what you are. What you are is a lot more important than who you are. Who you are is a social structure. Who's, who you are is involved in a social structure. It's not reality. Oh boy. People selling it like it's reality while they're telling you about a social structure and they are presenting to you, guess what? A social structure. Oh man, this gets funnier. Life is beautiful. Yes, it is, man. It's just beautiful, man. I'm glad to be here. I'll be back. That's why I'm on this thing, because I'll be back. Yeah, I have to set it up for my return. I am on my wallet. I'll be back. So, what we are is more important than who. Who. Like a little owl. Who we are, who we are, who. I hear it all over the place. Well, what you have to find out who you are, who you really are. It's all a social structure. I don't care how they frame it up, cut it up, put it upside down, stick it up their butt. It's all a social structure. Who you are is a social structure. It can only exist in a social structure. What you are, now that's different. And that's why your attention is being pointed at who you are. Because that's only involving in socialities and stuff. Like religions. They are social. Ain't one religion I know about that ain't social. Tell you how to treat your brother. That's social. That's social relationships. Come on, man. You know. Anyway, what we are. So what are we, Wale? Because when you wake up with amnesia and don't know who you are, do you stop existing? But what if you wake up the next day with amnesia and can't identify what you are? Then you probably don't exist. You don't have to have a word for what you are. Just exist is what you are. Our existence. See, now we're getting out of social structures and we're getting into real existence when we talk about what we are. Like a lot of people try to say, we are human. I am not. A lot of people try to say, we are human. I am not human. That's not what I am. You get it? I was involved in researching my ancestry. My ancestors, dealing with that. And I found that there was one of my ancestors, at least one anyway, that I found was was worked on a plantation, a slave plantation, actually. slave, as they call them, plantation. This shit is so funny. And the guy that worked next to him, right next to him, they worked together on this slave plantation, was a slave. My ancestor was never a slave. He was always a prisoner of war. We're at war. I mean, war is at us. However you want to take it. If you know what's up, you'll be at war too. You'll be plotting, strategizing, and shit like that because you realize you're at war. But if you're just trying to figure out how to get some Gucci's or how to get to school, pay a bill, war is at you. No, you're not at war. War is at you. So the guy next to him, or most of the people on that plantation, were slaves. They had their mind was slave. That's their position. That's what they were. I'm a slave. What are you? I'm a slave. What are you? I'm a slave. What are you? I am a prisoner of war. Yeah. I'm working in this slave camp. This enslavement, it's an enslavement camp where they just, that's how they do prisoners of war. And I'll keep trying to escape. I'll keep fighting. I'll keep up the pressure, the whole thing. I'm working under cover, sabotage. Let me tell you something, man. When you are at war, not when war is at you. Watch what I'm saying to you, fool. When you are at war, you will learn the value of the happy slave. People be like, oh, he's a slave and he's happy being a slave. Yeah, he's a happy slave. Oh, yeah, massa. What's going on, massa? Oh, yeah, massa. The happy slave, Uncle Tom, in the book was a happy slave. Uncle Tom was the epitome of the happy slave. But Uncle Tom understood he was a prisoner of war. He knew he wasn't no damn slave. And when the shit came to where he had to make his play, he made his play to help his people. Not no master. He did all that shit. That was his play. That was his position, and he played the position well. That's who he was. But what he was a prisoner of war. When you know you're a prisoner of war, you can recognize other prisoners of war, no matter what they're doing or what they look like. Y'all missing the point. Y'all thinking some garbage that the cracker is telling you is the way to value life. And that's what you're valuing life on, that bullshit they taught you. Instead of the real shit that's real. No matter who you are, I don't give a fuck who I am. I'll be something. Tomorrow, I'll be a different who. And the day after, a different who. And the day before that, I was a day. Give me 10 minutes, I'll be a different who. Right now, who I am is a raging maniac talking about this stuff to a mind that may just 10% probability, 10% probability, understand or even accept what I am saying enough to consider it. I'm not saying accept it as truth, just enough to consider it as truth. Because a woman told me already, she said, look, I don't care how much proof you got. I don't believe nothing you say. Just the end of that. Just done. Doesn't matter. I could tell her own name and she won't believe it. That's how crazy she was about it. I asked her, I said, if I tell you your own name, you won't believe it. She said, no, because I said it. See how beautiful life is? When you're a slave, you're a slave, you're a slave. When you're enslaved, that's a whole nother different territory. You might be anything. Prisoner of war, a saboteur, an infiltrator, an invader. You might be anything. Who you are is not important. What you are is important. Know that. Carry on that. Speak the truth all the time. Because that's what we are. We are speakers of truth. If we're nothing else, if we are nothing else, fuck who we are. If we are nothing else, what we are speakers of truth. We are aligned with the Creator and must speak truth, or creation will not be nice to us. You see something and you lie on it, you're lying on the Creator. It's just that simple. I don't care out of fear or how you are coerced to lie on the Creator. No, that is what you're doing. Because the Creator creates. And then you lie about the creation, you're lying on the Creator. You're not lying on somebody in this body and that body. You're lying on the Creator. That's what we are. We are speakers of truth. This is our glory. This is our power. This is our light. To be in sync with the Creator. And we speak the power of our words must be truth. That's what powers the magic of our words.